It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where division rivals will clash in the NFC North. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport, historic Soldier Field in Chicago. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Partner, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500, but that's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players. They believe last year is over. They do not think there is any correlation between the squad they're planning to put on the field today and that one that we saw really go through some growing pains and struggles just a year ago.
Here's Carlos Santos ready to get this one started. Off we go from Soldier Field. Isaiah Rodgers now to return it. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They are led by the man who led Michigan to the national championship in 2023, quarterback J.J. McCarthy.
Mike, when you put the film on of J.J. McCarthy, what really jumps off the screen is his ability to display footwork both inside and outside the pocket. And those movement throws, especially in today's NFL, they are so critical. On top of all that, he has a lot of trust in his arm. He's not afraid to attack tight windows. If he can continue to develop, continue to hone this obvious talent, he could really be a special player in this league. Well, it's hard to imagine starting a game much better than that. Great play design, you can tell all week. They love that play to start the game, and man, you can see why.
They'll go back to Jones on first down. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to bring this one close to a first down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, and here's McCarthy. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
That's quickly out to Jefferson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game. This is just another creative wrinkle that they can add to their offense to help move the chains. They don't do a ton of sweeps throughout the course of the game, but they do just enough here and there to keep the defense guessing.
Moore going in motion. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And strong running in deep. Inside the 10-yard line, a gain of 9 on the carry.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Throwing on second down is McCarthy. This one caught at the 4. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with first and goal. They'll run it here with Jones. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal. The ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. Again, it'll be Jones. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is third and goal.
Down here this close, all it takes is one defensive lineman defeating his block and getting some penetration. And that's exactly what we saw here. Not only to stop the ball carrier short of the end zone, but to take him down for a loss.
They'll look to throw for it with McCarthy. He will fight his way to the end zone. J.J. McCarthy, touchdown Minnesota. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
On now for the extra point, here's Will Riker. He's got it. And the Vikings will take a 7-0 lead. Riker out now following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. On the return, it's Tyler Scott. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
A lot of terrific quarterbacks from Southern California, and here's another one. The rookie gets his team a first down.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Here's first and 10. They'll run it for the first time with DeAndre Swift. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's second and 6. Here comes Swift. They toss it right. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
On third down, it's Williams. He's got the hook up there to Odunze. A gain there of 11. Good for a Bears first down.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. That's into the hands of Moore. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. On the give, it's Swift. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. That's Andrew Van Ginkel in on the tackle. Third down, 3 to go. They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. First down and more inside the 15. And he's down at the 3. What a run.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. Good blocking, and he's in. DeAndre Swift, touchdown Chicago.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. The kick is good. And the Bears come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. On the return is Rogers. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. Working his way across the field. That is caught by Addison. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. We're back to Soldier Field after this. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They run straight ahead with Jones. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They run it once more with Jones. And he'll lean forward, getting this to about the 35. Montez Sweat there on the tackle. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now McCarthy. Here comes the screen to Jones. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
So on 4th down, out comes Ryan Wright to punt for Minnesota. And back deep is Devin Duvernay to return. And that's going to work out well. Out of bounds, and they mark it inside the 5-yard line. DeAndre Swift in the Bears offense. set for their next possession. They'll start from their own 4. Not a lot of room for error back here. It's 1st and 10. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. A quick slant, looked in by Moore. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Throw it again. It's Williams. Quick throw here is complete. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
They'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Thrown quickly. That's Moore on the RPO. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Santos's kick is good. And the Bears will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
On the return is Rodgers. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. They'll break the huddle. coming up now for 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. Open man downfield, it's Addison. A big play for Minnesota. 31 yards.
Well, he certainly didn't look like a rookie on that long completion, Mike. Not only his ability to scan the field and find his favorable matchup, but he was able to hit his downfield target in the perfect spot that led to that big gain.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Play action now, it's McCarthy. That's complete to Moore on the right side. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. We'll come back to Soldier Field following this. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
2nd down and 8. McCarthy gonna look to throw again. And they're gonna track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. That's caught left side by Hawkinson. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection, and this is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal, and at the very least, got to come away with some points.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. A short one taken by Hawkinson.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. And he will take this one across into the end zone. J.J. McCarthy. Touchdown, Vikings. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bears offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. On the move, past the 40. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. That's a pickup of 33. The defense bewildered. A rough start to this drive. Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
Throwing again, Williams. It is brought in the end zone. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Bears.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the 2nd quarter and the first 2 minutes of the 3rd quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Santos for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Bears move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And he finds some daylight up past the 35-yard line, a pickup of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. That one into the hands of Moore downfield. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We watched a solid performance out of running back DeAndre Swift. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Scott now on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Williams. Going for it all. That is hard. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A big one there to start the second half. It's a gain of 34.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the halftime message was from the coach, Mike. He said, I want to come out in this second half and deliver an early blow. Come out swinging. Well, I think they've made that statement pretty clear here to start the third quarter. And if they can finish this drive off with a touchdown, I think they'll have done just that.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Second and a yard. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
On 3rd and 2, it's Williams. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down. Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. Brought in by the tight end, Cole Kmet. The Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
The big guys are on. Jumbo set here for 1st and goal. On the bootleg, it's Williams. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Chicago. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. On the return is Rodgers. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Vikings offense and Aaron Jones set to take over once more. The deficit is 10, 24-14. So work to do as they come up for 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. On the ground now with Jones. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the second half, The opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
This one brought in by Hawkinson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. On the handoff, Jones. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. They'll put Addison in motion. They'll try and throw it with McCarthy. He's got his man. It's Jefferson. It's a gain of 10 yards. 1st down, Minnesota.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Moore going in motion. Now a handoff. Jones. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. Now it's going to be 3rd down. In motion, it's Jefferson. To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And this stays a 2-score game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll go play action here with Williams. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
That's a great example of just the range that this linebacker has to be able to not only react quick enough to realize that running back was a threat to the flat, but to be able to have the speed to get there and bring him down for no gain.
They'll run out of the gun. It is Swift. And he'll bring this across midfield as this drive is taking shape. A gain of 7 on that one.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
3rd and short yardage. Here's Williams. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. A run here with Swift. And some good blocking, springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to 3rd down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
On 3rd down, here's Swift. And he'll have the first down at the 26, so good job on the ground to keep this drive rolling.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
Out of the shotgun, it's a give to Swift. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Swift. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They will run it over center with Swift. And he's inside the 10, pushing forward for a gain of 5 yards. They've converted twice on 3rd down on this drive. Now facing 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That one taken in. Rome Odunze. Touchdown, Bears. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
On is Santos for the PAT. He's got it. And the Bears will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. On the return is Rodgers. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. To the right side, he's got Hawkinson, his tight end.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. To throw once more, here's McCarthy. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
Throwing again is McCarthy. Taking off, and he's got another one. J.J. McCarthy. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Will Reichard now on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Vikings are able to cut the deficit to 10. Reichard out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. On 2nd down, it's Williams. That's into the hands of Zacchaeus. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand. And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his second incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Open man, left side, he's got it. 12 yards on that hookup. First down, Chicago.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this two-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
They'll go three tight ends here on 1st and 10. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here's 1st and 10. Give up the middle with Swift. Not much happening there, just a short gain. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Swift. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. On the give, here's Swift. He'll be taken down after a short pickup. It's at the 27. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Swift. There goes Swift, first down and more. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So this one in the win column for the Bears. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from along the lakefront at Soldier Field in Chicago.